Hello and welcome to VOD of Consciousness with Sientir. I'm Sientir, and you can support me at patreon.com/Sientir. And today, we have a wedding to attend. So if we come down here to our good friend, the Lieutenant Thackeray, he says, there you are. Things have been interesting ever since the Norn got involved, but it seems we're finally set to begin the ceremony. I can't imagine it happening without you there, so we've waited. You'll attend, won't you? It would be my honor to attend. Okay, so, yes, reward, you join Keiren Thackeray's party. Not he joins yours, but you join his. Your party will be brought to Olafstead to take part in the festivities. Are you ready to depart? Yes. This is probably going to be a pretty chill episode. Oh man, we have all these people here. Hey. Yeah, that's a reference. Okay, so let's important to take our screenshots. Olaf Olafsson says, among our people, it is a great honor for an individual to stand above all others, to be recognized as the best at their life's calling. But it is perhaps a greater honor to find the person who is your equal, the one who matches your every move, who you can never overshadow, and who you would never want to. To join the one worthy of sharing in our hunt is a rare and blessed occasion, and we have gathered here today to witness such a union. Witness before you, Keiren Thackeray, who here will stand before Bear to speak for his courage. And Volgar Tempest Crafter says, I will. I have stood beside Keiren Thackeray in battle and witnessed his bravery. If not for his cunning, my tale would have surely met its final chapter at the hands of the deadly three-tailed devourer. And Olaf Olafsson says, witness before you, Gwen, who here will stand before Bear to speak her courage. And I say, I will. So what have you to tell me? Gwen has stood against the threat of the Flame Legion, Gwen has survived the searing, and Gwen has managed to put up with Keiren. So, I think that this is quite substantial. Gwen has survived the searing, the greatest tragedy to befall Ascalon. She did not break, but took strength from this misfortune and became the proud warrior that she is today. To survive, it took great cunning and the will to better herself. Let these attributes inspire you to greater heights, that your combined tales may be glorious. On this day, their hunt becomes the same. Let there never be a battle where your back is left open. Let there never be a night without one to stand guard. Keiren Thackeray, when your last arrow has flown, will you still have the strength to stand beside Gwen? I will. Whatever may come, I will be her strength when she has none left to give. Gwen, when your last illusion has shattered, will you have the strength to stand beside Keiren? I will. If we've managed to come this far together, then we can overcome anything. Then the story of your new life together starts now. May your love be as the flame that forever rages against the eternal winter. Let your tale be a worthy one that passes down through the ages. May you share in all the glory and the hardships, the joys and the sorrows, and the adventures that are yet to come. Most importantly, let us share a drink in celebration. Everyone cheers. Okay, now we have the real quest. Talking to all the NPCs. What have you to tell me? Says Olaf. Hey, Nicholas the Traveler. It feels like only yesterday that Gwen was chasing after adventures outside of Ascalon City. She did do that. I'm glad that she has finally been able to find a bit of her own happiness, especially after all that she's been through. By the way, I was thinking of giving her some handmade hairpins as a wedding gift. If you could find me 3 berserker horns, I should be able to fashion a nice set for her. Just kidding. I got a few from one of the Vanguard Scouts a little while ago. Oh. There's some dialogue. Gwen says, when I was a little girl, I often dreamed about what my wedding would be like. And was it anything like this? Not in the slightest. Nor are you who I thought I would end up with. Hey! But that's just the thing. This isn't about what I thought I wanted. It's about what I need. And what I need is you. Thank you for not giving up on me. I would never. For as long as I draw a breath, I am yours. As long as the stars... Hey, lovebirds, why not give us a kiss? Oh, by the 6. Forget it. Some things are meant to be private. Come on, Keiren, let's get out of here. As you will, my love. From this day forth, we travel together. And now we can add Keiren Thackeray. He says, leader of the Ebon Falcons and formerly a ranger of the Ebon Vanguard. His path has led him from the life of a solitary hunter to being a seasoned commander. He now travels with his wife, Gwen. Her battles are now one with his own. So let's just talk to everybody. So Keiren Thackeray, we will get to him in a bit, but let's talk with Olaf. He's still like, what have we got to say? So Nicholas the Traveler is an NPC you can find out in the world, and you bring him random collectibles and he gives you stuff. So hence the joke about berserker horns. Professor Yakington is his yak. Oh man, we've got some dialogue there. Okay, Dion Fermati. It's not a real wedding without drinks. Rigo Bullen. I scouted the area earlier to make sure that we wouldn't have centaur trouble during the wedding. Fortunately, all we really have to worry about is if we brought enough food for the reception. Lawrence Crofton says, Norn weddings on average cost 47% less for decorations and organizational overhead when compared to Ascalonian weddings. However, they usually end up costing about 65% more when it comes to food and beverage costs. With the types of guests I am seeing here, I'm glad I'm not the one footing the bill. Oro Sagewin says, Gwen looks absolutely stunning in that wedding dress, don't you think? Of course you do. I'm not called Great Vanguard Koro for my spellcasting ability alone. No one else in the Vanguard could have helped select the outfits for this occasion. And Nola Shepherd says, once, when I was still learning the necromantic arts, I used bone meanings to act out a wedding. The real thing is so much nicer, though, especially without the groom's arms falling off. I'm so happy for the both of them. Okay, here we've got the fun dialogue. Menlo says, Oh, Carmen Angelis, it's great to see you. No, you're not interrupting anything. Please, come, let's get caught up. No, really, don't leave me alone with her. Because Sign says, I remember Gwen from when she was 10 years old. 10! And she got married before me? Someday I'm going to get tired of waiting for a certain monk to propose. They have a love story. It's cute. Eve says, I don't know what's more enjoyable, the wedding itself or waiting to see how long it takes Sin to light Menlo on fire. Devona says, I can hardly believe that the little girl I knew from Ashford just got married. Makes me think it's about time for me to settle down. Of course, I'm taking this a whole lot better than Sin is. Yes, you are, Devona. He's an NPC in Ashford, and you can go meet her. So Aiden is a ranger. We'll see this later, but might as well just tell you now. Keiren Thackeray is not a ranger. You already have 3 rangers. He is, in fact, a paragon. So you can get 3 paragon heroes. Yeah. Okay. So Volgar Tempest Crafter says, Ah, a fine Norn wedding this turned out to be. I knew this was a feat worthy of my mighty prowess. Remember, he is our wedding planner. Helga the Cub says, After seeing how you humans celebrate, I've been eager to see how you enjoy Norn celebration. Isn't this great? Brartak the Glutton says, Seconds, I'm going back for 7ths. And here's Galbrom the Intoxicated. What? Huh? Yes, I would like another drink. Thanks for the ring. Vale, 3, 2, 1. There. The charges I placed in that char camp should have just detonated. And they thought this wedding would spare them from a quick death at my hands. Kimmy's the Historian. Perhaps now they'll stop flirting and bickering in the Hall of Monuments as if I weren't standing right there. True fact. He is right there, after all. Artificial Mulinix. I have a detailed transcript of the ceremony, should anyone need it. And Casey Carpenter says, I'm so happy for Keiren and Gwen. I always knew he would win her over eventually. Of course, Captain Langmar's the one missing. Hello, Ogden. There's an open bar. May the great dwarf give me strength. Jorah, a fine Norn wedding, if ever I've seen one. May neither of them ever hunt alone again. And Hyvek, a Norn wedding is all fine and well, but if you want to see a real party, you should see an Asuran wedding. No one is allowed to leave until a precise calculation is made for how much love is in the air. Nothing says, I love you, like complex algorithms. Yep. My Asuran voice is not Vex's voice at all. Do these guys say anything? Nah. They just...
What do you need? What do you need? Hello, traveler. Hello, traveler. Dwayna's blessing upon well met.
Well, we have the favor of the gods, so that's fun. So I think that means I've talked to everyone here, so that's cool. So what should I follow up with? That's a really good question. I don't know. Let's just... I finished the Hearts of the North content, is it? So I think kind of the next thing that I honestly want to do is I want to go get Hayda. So Keiren is right down here. He is a Paragon instead of a Ranger, but he does come equipped without his ponytail and with Kieran's bow inscribable edition. So this one, kind of like this one, except you can apply mods to it, and it has a different skin, and it's based off of Rottail's skin. So that's all kind of interesting. I don't know why they gave him Barb's Spear when he... whatever. Let's go ahead and outfit him a little bit, shall we? So... yeah, you can have some amount of that, some amount of that, but let's go marksmanship. Let's go 10 leadership, 11 marksmanship, 11 command. Shall we? Something like that. Song of Restoration, no, you don't need that. Yeah, let's just give him a good old barrage build, shall we? That sounds like fun. And then maybe... I mean, it only deals 1 damage, but an interrupt is an interrupt. And the Sable does not have any scaling on it, so... never surrender. Never give up. We shall return. Anthem of Envy. And, I can give stuff from leadership, too. Oh, I can just straight up give him Antidote Signet. That seems good. And then, of course, we need Gwen. You know, this is their honeymoon, right? Going to grab another Paragon. If I can figure out where my Mesmers are. There's Gwen. Let's just throw on Master of Whispers, Prius. And then Akora, Dunkoro, and Miku. Because I like Miku. And I'm going to just continue to do this thing that I've been doing. Okay, so I want to go grab Hayda. So that way I can have Hayda in my party. I don't know why I'm looking over there when she's in from Gad's encampment. Okay, well, grab might be a little bit strong, but she has ideas and is perhaps a little uninformed. I'm gonna get rid of this bow because it's taking up space. Okay. Carmen Angelis, have I got an opportunity for you? The Shining Blade has its hands full, what with Civil War, White Mantle, and Crazy Asura. Now we've got an infestation of frogmen. They're a threat to the camp, and frankly, they smell funny. I sent one of my soldiers, Hayda, to deal with them. However, she's a little brash and overconfident. I fear her head may be too much in the clouds to pay attention to what's threatening us from the muck. If you help her, you would be helping us all, and I don't have to tell you how easy it is to cash in on gratitude around here. Cash is good. Show me the frog. So yeah, let's do something about grabbing Hayda. Except I need to be better than that. Not too clumsy. That gives me buffs. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, I need to go meet up with Hayda down in the swamp. I mean, it would have been way too short of an episode if I just ended with a wedding after all, so. By the way, I did get the scythe upgraded, so it's now a Furious Char Scythe of defense instead of the thing that had been previously. Its stats are almost exactly the same, except it requires 9 Scythe Mastery instead of 10, and because it's gold, it looks better. Yeah. As is a purple previously. At least I feel like it feels like it's somehow a superior thing when it has gold like that, so. I simply cannot believe this. I, who am touched by the power of Providence, am mired in the swamp hunting frogs instead of charging to the heights of glory. What do you want? Are you staring at me? You want some of this, do you? It's just a generic dialogue thing. This is Livia's doing, I'm sure of it. That harlot, she's afraid that I will show her up. You get both of them in your party. Hey, you there. Did Bartholus trick you out here too? Well, you might as well help with these frogs. The sooner we finish, the sooner I can do something meaningful. Nice shield choice. Okay, well, let's go hunt ourselves some frogs. Well, shields up is actually really good here, because we have so many ranged people. Keiren is doing Keiren things, along with Gwen, doing Mesmer things. I mean, not... This is what I want. There we go. Akora, yeah, cast a spell and get rid of stuff. That's good. Rather than doing something useful, I'm stuck tromping through the muck. She does not like this assignment. But as you may have picked up on, she is maybe a little full of herself. So, you know. I don't think I want you blocking, so I'm going to stop you from being able to do that. Ooh, rune. That's nice. So this guy should go down. So I guess what makes most sense is once I meant to identify this. I'm just going to salvage that. Minor absorption is not worth anything. Forsaken? Well, not affected by an enchantment spell. Okay, that's a dervish insignia. I don't think it's any good. I mean, I'm always going to check, but... Pretty sure that one's considered not valuable. How are you doing on your energy, Keiren? Well, substantially better than Gwen is doing on hers. That's for freaking sure. Ooh, hey, a locked chest. I should open that. Sage Blade. And I retained my lockpick. That's the important part, really. Let me get down to it. I don't know why I use Hexbreaker. It's not like these guys are hexing us. Gwen is useful in terms of her skill bar, though, because she's a bunch of illusion magic stuff that damages dudes. Ah, Soldier's Stance, okay. Miku is really useful there. I should really just stop... Oh, well, I guess it's useful to talk Korra right now. I mean, she probably burnt it already, but... using Hexbreaker, yeah, it consumes an adrenaline without giving it back, like an attack skill does. And doesn't really accomplish much. Okay, why is Master of Whispers dying? Can somebody explain to me why Master of Whispers is dead? My monks have energy. He and Arias have heals. Well, I guess he just made a whole new army of minions, so there's that, but still. I don't know, that's confusing. If only Barthels would give me a chance to prove myself against a worthy opponent. Yes, if only, Hayda, if only. I believe I'm missing one hero. Hamu on this character. And I'd like to do something about that. What's going on poor Miku over there? I don't know. But yeah, so because he went from being a ranger to being... Oh, there's Sadra's Ashes. That's an NPC that died and got ashes here. And they have a nice buff effect, if I recall correctly. But they're meaningful to Avenia. I feel like Avenia can be found somewhere. I forget all of that business. Like, she doesn't just, like, completely vanish, but I forget all of the details. Sadra sacrificed herself. So while you hold Sadra's Ashes, you gain plus 30 maximum energy. When you drop it, all party members are healed. Well, I'm dropping Sadra's Ashes. It's just a one-shot use item that you can find out here in the swamp. It's cool from a lore perspective, mostly. Sadra sacrificed herself to allow us to escape from Nursat in one of the later missions where we first encounter them. Specifically, Ice Caves of Sorrow, if I remember correctly. She sacrificed herself. So it's not actually that far from there. So that's nice. Finally, that was the last of them. The world is safe again, unless the Shining Blade gets attacked by enormous flies. I just want to fight a little bit more here while I've got this hunt rampage and hunt rank up, because I kind of want to take advantage of them to get some more rep points. Job well done by you as well. Now Barthelos must see the true value and my true value and present me with a task worthy of my vast abilities. Come, it is time to return to the camp. Yeah. That actually sounds fine right now. Okay, so back to Gad's encampment. So obviously we don't get Hayda for that quest, but it is but a step in the path to obtaining.
What do you need?
I'm going to salvage some amphibian armor. Oh. Useless mods. I'm glad to hear the frogmen have been dealt with. Now maybe we can focus on matters at hand instead of worrying about croaking in the middle of the night. It worries me, though. I fear that she doesn't quite understand what we are up against. One day she'll have to learn that great soldiers are made, not born, and bad soldiers are dead. But you know all about that, right? Hayda was looking for you, Carmen Angelis. She went ahead into Sparkfly Swamp and asked that you meet her there. It's rare to see her this motivated, so I can only assume that it's something important. You'll need to speak with her to ascertain the details. Sure, a brisk hike in the swamp sounds great. So yes, let's do this so that way we can get her in our party. But first, let's do this so I can have room for stuff in my inventory. Is there a rune trader around here that I can offer this thing to? I know it's Polymorph, except you're probably not going to see me play Polymorph because I'm not honestly a big fan of it. Okay, well I know where there's a rune trader. Let's take a moment to jump to the Imperial Isle and examine this thing. Again, I strongly suspect it's not worth anything. Minor absorption definitely is not. But That is not... Yeah, Forsaken's not worth anything. I mean, Windwalker's worth a ton because it can get you plus 20 armor and all that sort of stuff, but... Wow. Pure Earth Prayers is worth 800? That's strange. Okay, well, I'm just going to merchant all of this stuff off, but I'm going to do it here because I'm here, so... Okay, this way for Hayda. Polymach is an interesting idea. We're kind of jumping back in the timeline, incidentally. Hearts of the North is kind of like the last thing in the timeline. Well, no. I think the last thing's actually Winds of Change, but Hearts of the North kind of takes place quite late in it. Anyway. Well, I mean, I don't really want to fight raptors because they have annoying stuff. I don't want to fight Angordons either because they're kind of deadly. Well, okay. The Angordons are kind of here, though, so let's just take care of them. I prefer you guys not doing stuff if I can help it. Let's back up so I'm not contributing. Miku already getting beat up enough. I don't need to add to it. Ah, we got raptored. I didn't want to get raptored. Sincerely hoping to avoid getting raptored. They're really annoying because they use critical defenses, which is 75% chance block enchantment, which, incidentally, I like to use on my assassins for the exact same reason that I dislike the enemy using it. It's effective, basically. But I have a Cern scan, so that kind of gets around it. It does drop if you don't get a critical hit as well. But anyway, that's them down. So let's go talk to Hayda, our impulsive Paragon buddy over here. Hey! I've been looking all over for you. It's starting. What's starting? Oh, assemble the White Mantle for their peace talks. Okay, so she's going to explain. I've been speaking with an ambassador from the White Mantle. They're willing to discuss the option of peace with the Shining Blade and a better resolution for the situation in Kryda. I dropped your name, and they wanted you to come along. They seem very interested in you. I finally have a chance at glory. Everyone will remember me if I'm not only a great warrior, but a great arbiter of peace. Livia should be green with jealousy. We shouldn't tarry a moment longer. Obviously, she has a bit of a rivalry with Livia. For some reason. I mean, that's probably unfair. She feels that Livia's her rival. Livia probably doesn't care, if I had to guess. This is probably very one-sided. I feel like I'm talking a bit loud because of how loud the game is for me, but it's not that loud for you. As I watch the actual volume things over there. Man, I can really make a crazy shout party now. This many Paragons. Well, once we finish this quest anyway. Good old Miku. I don't know why she's a charge. Charge feels like an appropriate skill for her, though, to be honest. Like, being a charge warrior, a charge assassin feels appropriate to her character. She's a very brash personality. Or the Ferrothrax could turn right towards us, and we could end up fighting them. That works, too. I so wish for a buff to paragons, but it's never happening. Buff isn't even the right word. It's not really a buff that I'm looking for per se. I mean, it is, but what I'm really looking for is how many 15 enemies? Okay, that's not enough. What I'm really looking for is I'm looking for more functionality variety. Paragons are extremely loaded on very specific things and like that are generally useful, and then very niche skills. So it's like the skill variety is just really mediocre, and I find that quite frustrating. Okay, we're going to end up getting ambushed by these raptors unless they turn like that. That was nice. I don't even know what I should be expecting from. What I'm trying to do is avoid aggroing that and that. So I'm kind of playing it a little bit close to the edge there. So here we see some white mantle, as was promised. These guys are close to some Angorodons. I'm going to clear out these Angorodons because they seem like they might be a nuisance, and I'd rather not deal with that. Ooh, and they're full of apple cider, which is really a nice bonus, quite frankly, if you ask me. I do want bones, if I can get them, so... Actually, I should be using this. I should not be standing next to them. I don't have to be, so I shouldn't be. This character has too much energy management relative to energy expenditures. Granted, I am kind of using the power is yours for the specific reason that it is energy management. Like, these are energy management for my allies, and then the rest of these is like support, so it's not like I'm intentionally trying to load up on energy management. Or I'm trying to load up on energy management for my allies, but they're incidentally energy management for me as well. This is Ambassador Carnegie, clearly a reference to Carnegie, who wrote, I guess it was How to Win Friends and Influence People, had Carnegie Hall and all that sort of stuff. Rich guy. It is good to see you were able to attend, Hayda. And you, Carmen Angelus. We have gathered here to discuss an issue that is near and dear to the hearts of all present. Yes, the talks of peace between our peoples. Let me just start by saying... Monkeys. Oh no, allow me to start by stating we are all incredulous that you were so easily lured into our trap. Wait, trap? What does a trap have to do with peace? Absolutely nothing. You and your ilk have been a thorn in the White Mantle's side for far too long. Killing you and a great hero will be glorious. Unbelievable. You all screwed up my chance at fame and respect. Who's going to tell stories about me now? Nobody. You're going to die. Every last one of you, shouts Hayda. Yeah. So now we just need to fight a bunch of White Mantle, because that's how it goes. Hey, granulated spear. I'll take it. How are you doing, Keiren? Okay, you're barraging away. Doing fine at that, though. I believe all we need to do is defeat the White Mantle groups, which is not a huge deal. Ooh, splinter weapon. That's always fun. And we get a rampage bonus on them, so that's cool. Oh, yeah, my power is yours is just literally helping my entire party with energy, so... Yay. Order of Pain is a useful skill. Okay. Then we have this last group that was by the Angorodons, but looks like it's not going to be as big of a problem as I feared it would be. Okay, I need to move. Well. Okay, maybe that wasn't as bad as I was worrying it was going to be. You need to go down in particular. Thank you. We struck a great blow to the White Mantle, but I hold no illusions that this was entirely my fault. My desire for glory overwhelmed my caution. It would seem that I still have much to learn about the path of a great hero such as yourself. Yep.
What now?
That's this thing with Hayda. This Griffin X. Oh, this is a dungeon over here. I'm gonna go talk to this weapon crew member just to see if they're gonna give me anything, because you know we're really close. At the top of this map is where we are.
Can you be helped?
Yeah, 40 rep points. That's exactly what I was looking. Ooh, nice waterfall. That's pretty. Okay. Anyway, enough of that and getting randomly swarmed by minions. We have a random paragon to welcome into the fold of our club. Hayda actually thought the White Mantle would not betray her? You can't be serious. That girl is an excellent fighter, but does not have the sense the gods gave geese. Worse, none of the other Shining Blade will trust her now. Look, she seems to listen to you. Can you take her on? I have no doubt that she will become a valuable asset under your charge. Yay! Hayda is a young, talented, but impulsive paragon who dreams of becoming a legendary hero. She bridles against traditional rules and restrictions and seeks to attain her goals on her own terms. Okay, so now we have Hayda and Keiren for all of the paragons, and we're just missing Kamu for the last dervish. Getting him will be a little bit of a pain in the rear end, though. So the way you get Kamu, might as well just state it. You have to go do the solo fights up here. In the Bison's tournament. I will probably pick him up at some point in time, but that does not sound like content I want to record at this time. So we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. And until next time, everyone, take care and goodbye.